page even got a J. Cole diss on it, in which Drake once posted a tweet that said, remember when J. Cole got his phone stolen out of his pocket by a fan and they called Jay-Z from it, but he wasn't answering the phone?
So, Ugly Boy 1 and Ugly Boy 2, they know they forever gonna have a willing participant.
I think, yeah, so Drake did a color. Yo, Nicki is petty, bro. Yo, I can't believe that Nicki really treats the music industry like it's high school.
Drake is back at it again, stirring the pot with his online antics. But this time, he's taken things to a whole new level of drama. Recently, he dropped a bombshell content dump that's got everyone talking. This massive release was packed with unreleased tracks, including collaborations with some of the biggest names in the game, like 21 Savage and Young Thug, along with some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage that had fans buzzing. But before unleashing this musical treasure trove, Drake decided to indulge in some serious trolling. He hopped onto his burner account to repost a tweet that threw some major shade at none other than J. Cole. Yes, you heard that right. Nearly 40-year-old Drake is running a secret account, one that he reportedly set up back in June after being publicly humiliated by Kendrick Lamar in their ongoing rap feud. Instead of hitting back with fiery bars like fans might have expected, Drake chose a more juvenile route, throwing passive-aggressive digs at everyone he feels has crossed him, including J. Cole and even his longtime ally, Nicki Minaj. Unsurprisingly, fans are not having it. Their frustration is palpable, especially since Drake seems to be targeting Cole and Nicki instead of Kendrick, who has been the real thorn in his side. Let's break it down. Cole, after all, gracefully bowed out of the beef without ever taking a shot at Drake, choosing peace over petty drama. And Nicki? She has been nothing but loyal to Drake over the years. Remember when Pusha T dropped that bombshell exposing Drake's secret son? Nicki stood by him. She never joined the hate train, even when the rap world was gunning for him during his intense clashes with Kendrick. And how does Drake repay this loyalty? By collaborating with Lotto, who has been beefing with Nicki for years. This move has left both the Barb's and J. Cole's fans outraged, branding Drake as a snake and accusing him of betraying those who have had his back the most. But if you think Nicki Minaj is going to let this slide, think again. The queen of rap isn't one to stay silent, especially when she feels wronged. She wasted no time in taking to station head to put Drake on blast for what she views as a blatant betrayal.
They so desperate. If a mother tell them to go and catch a wild tuna, skin it and eat it, they would do it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Her fans, the loyal Barbs, are rallying behind her, and they're not pulling any punches. One fan pointed out that Drake's decision to collaborate with women who've dissed Nicki shows just how bitter he might be, possibly because Nicki never reciprocated any romantic interest. Another fan highlighted how Nicki stood by Drake through thick and thin, only to be repaid with a slap in the face like this. The consensus among Nicki's fans is clear. Drake's behavior is not just disappointing, it's downright disrespectful.
So, Ugly Boy 1 and Ugly Boy 2, they know they forever gonna have a willing participant. Girls are so desperate for this movie. They so desperate. If a mother tell them to go and catch a wild tuna, skin it and eat it, they would do it. You understand what I'm saying? They would teach themselves that very day how to hunt, fish, swim, eat, cook, things. You see, because they want it so bad they can taste it. And when you taste it, you want it again. But honey child, they ain't finna taste no more.
Meanwhile, rumors of a rift within the Young Money crew are gaining serious momentum. Fans have been piecing together some suspicious behavior from Drake, Nicki, and Lil Wayne, and it's fueling speculation that the legendary trio might be on the brink of a breakup. Ever since his clash with Kendrick Lamar, Drake has been under fire, and some believe that even the Young Money crew might be distancing themselves from him. The tension seems to be bubbling under the surface, with fans pointing out subtle signs that all is not well within the camp. Adding fuel to the fire, Lil Wayne was recently spotted wearing an XO chain, reportedly a gift from The Weeknd, who has also taken shots at Drake in the past. This has led to whispers that Wayne might be quietly aligning himself with Drake's rivals. And let's not forget about the J. Cole situation. Drake's decision to throw a sneaky diss at Cole by reposting an old tweet is just another sign that he might be losing his edge. The tweet, which originally surfaced in 2019, mocked Cole's relationship with Jay-Z, dragging up drama from nearly a decade ago. It's almost as if Drake is clutching at straws, trying to reignite old feuds to stay relevant. But fans are calling him out for his petty behavior, especially since Cole has been nothing but respectful towards him. It seems like Drake is still holding on to a grudge because Cole chose to make peace with Kendrick rather than keep the beef alive. This has left many fans scratching their heads, wondering why Drake is picking fights with artists who've shown him nothing but respect. The rap community is divided over Drake's recent behavior. On one side, you have those who see him as a fake friend who can't handle real competition, someone who's more concerned with maintaining his ego than his relationships. On the other side, there are those who believe that Drake is simply out of touch with how to navigate these situations, perhaps struggling with the pressures that come with being at the top for so long. What's clear is that Drake's latest moves have not been well received, and he's going to have to come up with something fresh if he wants to stay relevant. His downward spiral appears to have started long before his feud with Kendrick, with many pointing out that Drake's music has been sounding uninspired for a while now, almost like he's grappling with a midlife crisis. His latest antics, including leaking a controversial clip and cozying up to artists like Sexy Red, only add to the impression that Drake is desperately clinging to his relevance. Instead of confronting his real rival, Kendrick Lamar, head-on, Drake has been taking potshots at J. Cole and Nicki Minaj, which has left fans disappointed. They're calling for Drake to either man up and face Kendrick directly or step aside. It's a harsh but honest assessment of where Drake stands in the eyes of his fans right now. They want to see him return to the fierce competitor they fell in love with, not someone who hides behind a burner account throwing shade from the shadows. As the drama continues to unfold, it's clear that Drake's recent decisions have left a lot of people scratching their heads. His choice to team up with Lotto and take shots at J. Cole and Nicki has many questioning his loyalty and whether he's still capable of handling real competition. But what do you think? Are Drake's latest antics just another example of his pettiness, or is there more to the story? Has Drake really lost his touch, or is this just another phase in his ever-evolving career? Let us know your thoughts on Drake's beef with J. Cole and his collaboration with Lotto in the comments below, and stay tuned for our next video. In the grand scheme of things, Drake's actions are more than just headline fodder. They reflect a deeper shift in his career. Once seen as the ultimate hitmaker and a cornerstone of the rap game, Drake now appears to be struggling with the weight of his own legacy. The choices he's making seem increasingly erratic, as if he's grasping for ways to maintain his position at the top. But in doing so, he may be alienating the very people who helped him get there. The question now is whether Drake can course correct before it's too late, or if this is the beginning of the end for the Six Gods' reign over the rap world. It's worth noting that the rap game is brutal and unforgiving, especially for those who've been at the top for as long as Drake has. The pressure to continually innovate while staying true to one's roots is immense, and it's a balance that few can maintain indefinitely. For Drake, this might be a pivotal moment, a crossroads where he must decide whether to continue down this path of petty feuds and questionable alliances, or to refocus on what made him a superstar in the first place, his music. If he can do that, there's no doubt that Drake has the talent to reclaim his throne. But if he continues on his current trajectory, he risks fading into irrelevance, remembered more for his beefs than his bars. As fans, we can only watch and wait to see what Drake's next move will be. Will he rise to the occasion and remind everyone why he's one of the greatest to ever do it? Or will he continue to spiral, driven by ego and insecurity? Whatever happens, one thing is for sure. Drake's journey is far from over, and the next chapter could be the most interesting one yet. So stay tuned, because in the world of hip hop, anything can happen, and you won't want to miss what comes next.